The American Revolutionary War was a seminal event in world history that ushered in an era of new political ideals and challenged the existing world order. While the 13 colonies' struggle for independence was primarily against Great Britain, the conflict soon drew in other major European powers eager to seize the opportunity to diminish British dominance. Among these nations were France and Spain, whose involvement in the war proved to be a turning point that ultimately secured American victory. France's motives for joining the war. France's decision to support the American colonists was driven by a complex web of political, economic, and ideological factors. Firstly, there was a deep-seated resentment towards Britain stemming from the French and Indian War, in which France had lost most of its North American territories to the British Empire. By aiding the American rebels, France saw an opportunity to exact revenge and regain some of its lost prestige. The French government, under the leadership of King Louis XVI and his ministers, recognized the potential economic benefits of an independent United States. A successful American Revolution would effectively dismantle the British trade monopoly in the colonies, opening up new markets for French goods and commerce. Perhaps most significantly, the American struggle for liberty and self-governance resonated with the philosophical currents of the Age of Enlightenment that had taken hold in France. Thinkers like Voltaire, Rousseau, and Montesquieu had championed ideals of individual freedom, natural rights, and the concept of a social contract between the governed and the government. The American colonists' fight against what they perceived as tyrannical British rule aligned with these Enlightenment principles, garnering sympathy and support from influential French intellectuals and politicians alike. Spain's entry into the war was motivated by similar strategic considerations, albeit with some unique factors at play. Like France, Spain harbored resentment towards Britain stemming from past conflicts and territorial losses. The Spanish government, under King Charles III, saw the American Revolution as an opportunity to regain some of its former colonies and diminish British power in the Americas. Additionally, Spain had long-standing territorial disputes with Britain over strategic possessions such as Gibraltar and the Falkland Islands. By aligning with the American colonists, Spain hoped to weaken Britain's military and diplomatic position, potentially giving Spain leverage in resolving these disputes in its favor. Furthermore, Spain's involvement was driven by a desire to protect its vast colonial empire in the Americas. A victorious British Empire could potentially pose a threat to Spanish dominion in the region, making it strategically advantageous for Spain to support the American cause. French and Spanish contributions to the American war effort. Once committed to the American cause, both France and Spain provided crucial support that proved instrumental in the colonists' ultimate victory. France's most significant contribution was in the form of financial aid, military supplies, and direct military intervention. In 1778, following the American victory at Saratoga, France formally recognized the United States and signed treaties of alliance and commerce with the fledgling nation. This diplomatic recognition was a major boost to American morale and legitimacy on the international stage. French financial assistance, totaling over 1.3 billion livres, the equivalent of billions of dollars today, helped sustain the American war effort by funding supplies, munitions, and soldiers' salaries. France also dispatched a sizable military force, including over 12,000 soldiers and a formidable naval fleet, to assist the American forces. The French Navy, under the command of Admiral de Grasse, played a pivotal role in the decisive siege of Yorktown in 1781. By blockading the Chesapeake Bay and preventing British naval reinforcements from reaching General Cornwallis's forces, the French Navy effectively sealed the fate of the British Army, leading to its eventual surrender. Spain's contributions, while less direct, were nonetheless crucial. The Spanish government provided substantial loans and grants to the American colonists, totaling over 1 million pesos, equivalent to millions of dollars. Additionally, Spain's entry into the war in 1779 forced Britain to divert significant military resources away from the American theater, easing the pressure on the Continental Army.